Hello again. Thank you for clicking on my video. Flipping ain't easy, and it certainly isn't easy. And eBay has sent us sellers a couple of emails, and I wanted to kind of go over those with you. So without any further ado, let's go. So as I mentioned, eBay has decided that they were going to do something for us sellers. And I got to tell you, anybody who's watched my videos in the past know how I feel about how eBay at least treats their sellers. And the perception that I have is that eBay doesn't really care a whole lot about their sellers. It's unfortunate, but that's how I feel, and I'm sure that's how many of you feel. With that said, they have an email that came out on the 24th, and for those of you who weren't aware, they've decided that they were going to allow you to defer, not skip, you still have to pay your bill, your eBay fees that you may owe. You can choose to defer those at this time. So for some of you who may be able to swing a double payment, say in the next month or so, maybe you're waiting on a large payment, something like that, it's something you have an option to do. I would recommend against it, because the last thing you want is to have a double bill for your eBay fees. Like me, I'm over $1,000. I'm not trying to pay $2,000 in April. So that's something that you would want to consider. The next thing is they are waiving any type of account defects that you may experience as due to late shipments. Okay, if you ship late, it's not going to be counted against you. Other account defects, such as, I guess based on their email, it would tell me that, you know, your returns, if you have a high number of returns, that's not going to be counted against you. Things of that nature. Now, you may or may not have noticed this, because I communicate with eBay quite a bit, probably more than the average person. eBay is not available to take phone calls right now. So if you call eBay, you're going to get a recorded message pretty much telling you, due to the pandemic, that they do not have any call center agents available, and they refer you to ebay.com/seller help. And when you go there, it then allows you to specifically maybe get help on a return that you're dealing with, or dealing with policies or things of that nature. But you have no one to call and get clarification. Let's say if a policy is not clear, or if the options that you're being given do not seem complete. And so, you know, we're kind of on our own. This is sort of the Mad Max part of eBay back in the old Wild West, where you really don't have the support that you're used to. So you're going to have to get used to that. If you have a problem with a buyer, you're pretty much either going to need to reach out to somebody that you know. Leave a comment below. We'll try to get you an answer as quickly as possible. I am fairly quick about getting back to folks who post comments on my videos, and I'll do whatever I can to point you in the right direction. But either that, or you're just going to have to go onto a forum and or a Facebook page, and hopefully someone can help you navigate your problem. Okay, but I'll do what I can if you leave me a detailed message below. And the last thing that I received, at least on this email, is that sellers are going to be offered a 100,000 item limit. Now, unless you're a drop shipper, let's be real, you're not listing 50 to 100,000 items. I don't care. You might have 3 or 4 people who work underneath you. That really is only for your larger operations, okay? And you might be one of the larger operations, but for the most of us, we're not going to even get close to 50 to 100,000 items. It's funny, my account limit is currently at 2 with a B billion item limit, and so I don't know where that came from. I've never heard of anyone with any more than that or anything close to that, and I've had eBay reps telling me that's a mistake, but it's never been taken away. So what I'm trying to say is, it all sounds great, but just keep listing. Okay, list within what your store can handle, because once this blows over, if you have 2,000 to 3,000 items listed, and that's a lot of stuff to list, and your store only can handle, say, 250, you're going to be paying a lot of fees when that item renews itself after this is all said and done. So just be mindful of that. Okay, now for me, for whatever reason, I received this email, but apparently this is an opt-in thing, and when I go to my offers screen on my dashboard, I don't see any such thing. And so I was assuming that I was going to be given that opportunity, but and I thought all sellers with stores would be given that opportunity, but I'm not. So I'm not going to lose sleep over it, because again, I don't want to be stuck having 500 items in my store and then have this all blow over, and now I'm dealing with 25-cent insertion fees for half of the items in my store because I only get free listings for 250 items. So that's something that you would want to keep in mind before you accept, or you could, I guess you could accept it all you want, but just be mindful of the store limitations you have right now, and either you're going to have to upgrade your store if you've built your store that with that inventory, or you're going to have to find a way to downgrade your inventory before those items renew. And so, you know, I'm dealing with good sales right now. When I say good sales, 10 to 15 items a day with less than 200 items in my store. So I guess it's a pretty good sell-through rate. I do have items that I plan on possibly trying to liquidate that are just not going anywhere, haven't gone anywhere for months, and to kind of keep, I want to maximize my 250 listings before I move up in store size. And so once I get over 200, between 2 and 250, those last 50 listings are going to be pretty much precious commodities for me. And so I'm going to then, before I get to my 250 threshold, I'm going to go in and try to liquidate or auction items that are slow moving. Even if I get less than my cost, you can't sit on items forever. So the idea is we want to get our items moved within 2 to 3 month time frame, and there's ways to do that. If you have slow selling merchandise, you can auction maybe 2 or 3 like items. You know, I have some curling irons, right? And I have the 3/4 inch, the 1 inch, the 1 1/2 inch models that I'm selling individually. They're not really selling very fast, so maybe take one of each and put them together as a set, and start them off at the price of one and plus shipping, and just see where it goes. So that's sort of what I'm looking at doing. I'm not quite there yet, but I feel in the next week I'll be up over the 200 item mark, and I'm going to have to start making those decisions. So just be careful with that limitation that you're dealing with, and everyone's going to be a little bit different. I'm just telling you where I'm at on that. So this, I guess, is eBay's way of telling sellers that I guess in times of crisis that they care. Maybe they've been given pressure, external pressure to maybe put something out to their sellers and offering some relief. I don't know, but I wish eBay would treat the sellers this way 365 days a year. Not saying they should give 100,000 listings for free to every seller. That's not what I'm saying. But just the spirit of knowing that we are the backbone of their business, and that if we don't succeed, eBay doesn't succeed, right? And so maybe take some of this customer focus they have and put it on the sellers, and listen to the sellers, because there's a lot of things, a lot of good feedback that we have that really eBay hasn't acted on. Okay, so you know, put any comments below that you have on this video. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I interpreted something wrong. I don't have all the answers, and that's what's great about this community. We can correct each other in a respectful way and help each other grow, and that's the point of this channel. So look out for videos in the future. I should have another video out tomorrow. Keep an eye on that, and thank you so much for watching this channel. Please like and subscribe my video. Without you, without your involvement, without your comments, without your subscription, this channel basically won't grow, and I need your help doing that. So until then, have a nice evening.